Audio Jungle.
Good day, beautiful viewers. Welcome once again to your number one Super Review program by standards at News 10 on Flip TV. Of course, Michael Adekunle is keeping it real with you right here at Urban News 10, and we have something for you today. And what do we have? Of course, you know the stories, diverse stories on the front page of Daily Trust newspaper. Let's quickly see what we have on this journal. Very serious stories here. Hoodlums retreat in states. Dear soldiers in Abuja, loot NYC camp stores. Hoodlums retreat in states. Dear soldiers in Abuja, loot NYC camp stores. Lagos counts losses. 6 policemen, 10 civilians killed. Wow. We will deal with miscreants. That's what Army officer is saying here. We will deal with miscreants, says Army officer. Quickly to the down part of the paper. Lekki, Sanwo-Olu asked for deployment of soldiers. That's what the army is saying here. Sanwo-Olu, that's the governor of Lagos State, asked for deployment of soldiers. That's what the Nigerian army is saying. Government officials siphon COVID-19 funds. That's what Governor Bello, that's Yaya Bello of Kogi State, is saying right here on the front page of Daily Trust newspaper. On to the next one, palliatives. I forgive my accusers, says humanitarian minister. Media stakeholders pay solidarity visit to the nation. TVC. Media stakeholders pay solidarity visit to the nation. TVC, of course, you know that the Nation newspaper and TVC owned by Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was burnt down during the protest in Lagos State. 22 years after Yakubu breaks second term jinx at INEC. 22 years after Yakubu breaks second term jinx at INEC. Fuel scarcity surfaces in Abuja. All right, let's see the picture we have on the front page of this journal. We have some vehicles right here on queue. Motorists queue for fuel at Total and Conway filling stations at the Central Business District area of Abuja yesterday. Quickly to our reviewers for more analysis. I'll be right back. We have police counting their losses during the NSAS protests. About 30 police stations or so were raised. That's in Nigeria, close to Hoiband or Moda. So, looking at what is currently going on between the Nigerian army and the governor of Lagos State, the governor has been saying a whole lot of things concerning this incident. I call it an unfortunate incident, and which the army have also come out to debunk the statement made by some persons that they were part of the massacre. Now, we have it this morning that they acted on the order of the Lagos State governor. Do you consent to that?
No, for the one we know that a state governor, nothing will happen in the state without the notice of the state governor. Okay. Anything from federal. Before the federal appointment will be approved in a state, it must pass through the state governor. And we know that Nigeria Army cannot take any operation without the order from federal and the state government, any state. For you know that Sanwo-Olu said the first day that thing happened, that Tuesday night, he make a statement that the power above him is the one that give the order. But when they break, he change his mouth that he did not say so. But you forget that word is still on record, because nothing you talk on social media that can easily be deleted. It can't be deleted. They have keep the word and wait for him, because now he have changed his mouth. And thank God, on Friday, that last week Friday, cleaners that Loma, they went there and clean Lekki toll gate. They could not see camera. On the day that the Fashola and Co, they went to that place, that's why they discovered the camera is there. Until now, we have never seen anything whether they discover from that camera. With the camera, to access a camera to know what the camera record, will it take 1 year? And I begin to see that they are begin to play politics. Even they are telling us how many police stations, how many private government this thing born. They are not telling us the people that them as a government, the people that are supposed to protect the people are killing the same people. They have not come out to tell us, and they are telling us the one that born. They think even the born, is it not the same masses that are using it? They should not bother, because the same masses that born it, they are the one using everything. They do it so that the government will know that everybody is what? Everybody is angry with this present called government, because I don't see anything like government now. Because all of them, they are just kangaroo. They are just fighting to feed their family, not for the masses. Because you look at everywhere just as if no leader in the nation. And we have somebody that calls himself a president sitting in that sort of. He cannot rise up to fight for people that almost killed themselves because of him in 2015. People that almost killed themselves because of him, because of the same president in 2019. People that almost killed their brother and sister because of say Buhari is Mr. Integrity. Where is the integrity? We never see him. That's why I will never doubt whether the man in Asoro is the real Buhari. I will not doubt, because until let him show. Because you do know that this thing, people are keep on accusing the president have not come out one day to defend himself. Can't he defend himself, come out to show himself? I think a president can never come. I never see when a president of Nigeria since 2015, they have never have a press conference with journalists asking questions. Sir, as a president, what do you have to do for the people? The president have never come out, but during Jonathan time we witnessed it. If Jonathan come out, journalists will be asking him questions. But this one, we never see Buhari one day that one journalist is the NTA abi Channel TV come to ask Buhari question. What did you have in heart for the people? Camera you to swallow him? Who is he not the leader? A number one citizen. This camera you to swallow him? Let him come out. Let the journalist ask him anything he have to say to the people. Not by hiding himself, claiming to become a president. He's not a president because he just like say Nigeria did not have president. That's what I have to say this morning.
My brother Sunday spoke well, but he has forgotten that from 2010 to 2020 is a decade, 10 years. And many awards were given to some people January or let's say ending of 2019. They call it an award of the decade. Let me name number one. The joke of the decade. That Buhari is not the Buhari at Asoro. There's an award accredited to him, particularly. It was written or aired on Nation's newspaper. The joke of the decade, the man at Asoro is not Buhari, it's just to some people. But to me and other well-meaning, intelligent Nigerians, we are having a president that is under the mask, a masked president. The man behind the mask has not been known. The first person from Sudan is dead. The current person is alive. Buhari died 2017, February 2017, and was buried in Saudi Arabia.
How sure are you? Is it because of the video making rounds?
I'm not telling you about the Photoshop or whatever.
Anonymous journalists revealed that the president is gone.
Yes, yes, it's true.
Is that the reason you are saying this?
It is true. Not only him, within myself, I know the health status of the former president. Okay. He was so sick then. Terminal disease, not ordinary sickness, terminal sickness. So, by now, Buhari may have. Let me tell you, Buhari has gone.
Now, like I said to Matthew and Chigozie, I asked them a question. I said, who should we put this blame to? Is it the governor of Lagos State? I'm talking about
shooting at Lekki.
The governor of Lagos State or the military? You know, when you look at it, the military are telling Nigerians that they were not deployed on their own, that they acted on the order of the governor of Lagos State, which the governor of Lagos said
denied.
No. So people don't really understand what is going on. diverse journalists have, gone into this matter, investigated, and still we've not really, they've not arrived at a conclusion.
How
Don't
do
you think that they are playing with the intelligence of Nigerians?
yes? How do you expect the investigative journalism or journalists to come out with a concrete, conclusion or evidence when, after shooting the youths, their corpses, the body carcass were taken away. Some were thrown into the swamp. Some were thrown into the waters of Atlantic Ocean. So is that not,
No, I didn't see that footage.
yes.
You didn't see that.
No. Let me tell you. They shot. They make sure that everywhere was dark before committing the dastard act. Sure, understand? They put off the lights. So they shot. The whole world was watching. Everybody, America, Europe, everybody in diaspora, everybody in Nigeria were watching. The guy that was covering it, he was narrating every story about the shootings. So, Mike, let me tell you, Nigerian military is to be blamed because earlier on they were warned that they should not shoot. If they ever shoot, it would boomerang. And now the boomerang, you see the results. You see the result of the boomerang. They enter every filling station. They enter every police station. They enter shopping malls.
Even the police are counting their
losses. That is police station were burnt. She understand that we are demanding for certain wicked officers, errant, she understand, or errant officer. Yeah, errant officers. Many of them, they were bargaining with the area commander. Are we going to burn down the facilities, police facilities, or give us the errant officers? Let's do him justice or baptism. Do you understand? So I'm telling you, it was because of the shooting at Lekki Toll Gates.
Okay.
Do you understand? So now if you ask me who will be blamed, blame it to the military. You are shooting those youths. Do you know whether your auntie's son was there? Do you know whether your uncle's children were there among the youths? Do you know even if one of your children sneaked out in the darkness of night and be one of the participants of the protest at the toll gates there? Why are you shooting your brother? Why are you shooting yourself? So the military, I'm telling you, should be blamed. Then again, Lagos State Governor, you are the Chief Security Officer of the state. You are the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the state. You are the #1 citizen of Lagos State. And the people in question, they voted you. They were the one that put you there. Why must you order that kind of thing? Why must you be just spelling and misspelling what, interpreting and misinterpreting what happened at toll gates? Let me tell you, you should have come out and say sorry. Simple. See, children of some parents died. People's children. Say sorry. Say something that God will like. Don't tell us that nobody died, nobody died. What about okay? Okay's picture was so bold, everybody saw Okay now.
Even if people didn't die, some were injured.
Some were injured. But let me tell you, many people died. Or more, they shot many people at Lekki. When you were shooting straight, all of a sudden you directed the blade. They started counting their, pains, their losses, their experience. You understand their gory experience.
Since when the protesters saw the army, Nigerian army shooting in the air.
In the air, yeah.
They felt adamant.
Yeah, they felt adamant by using the flag to, to praise Nigeria. They sing Nigerian hymns. You understand, and the songs, believing that with the flag and the song, they will not hurt them. Still, they succeeded on hurting them. They hurt those children. They killed them.
And don't you think keeping adamant would have triggered the Nigerian army, to shoot at them? No.
That is not soldier for you. If you're adamant and if you are resilient on what you believe as a strong person, soldier we know that you are a man. But if you tell soldier sorry, you committed offense. If you run, you are guilty of the offense. But if you can stay on your feet and mean a soldier will say this guy is busy. See, they don't like to hear sorry. If you have an encounter with soldier, sorry will earn you many slaps. If soldier they slap you, man, stay. If you want to retaliate, man, stand him. Right. If you say sorry, you are guilty. So let me tell you, Lagos State Governor to be blamed, federal government to be blamed, especially the army.
Thank you so much. Certain persons are still against that, saying that it wasn't a massacre, that the Nigerian army didn't shoot at the protesters. Some still say, some said that the army shot at them. Now, but the bone of contention here is the major story for today is Nigerian soldiers have come out openly to say that they acted on the order of the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which the governor initially stated that he never deployed any soldier to that place.
Mr. Mike, the way I see the whole thing playing out, I think it is unprofessional and irresponsible for the military authority to say that they acted on the order of the state governor. Because from what we know, and by the tenets of the constitution, the governor do not command the army. The commander of the armed forces is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is the person of President Muhammadu Buhari. So I don't know to the extent of the veracity of that claim, but I have seen where Mr. Governor have said that he didn't order the military, that the command of the military, when it comes to operation like this, that their rule of engagement is not subject to his control, it's not under his purview. And going by the constitution, he do not command them. So I don't know, though I have not seen the statement where the military have claimed that the governor ordered them to go and shoot.
No, we have it on the front page of the Daily Trust.
I think if they are claiming that he ordered them, they should come to that panel. Because the way it stands, there's a panel that want to unravel the mystery behind the shooting. They should come to the panel and officially tender evidence that the governor ordered them to go and shoot at peaceful protesters. Then from there, we know how to apportion the blame.
But it seems that there are conflicting stories to this event. Some person said Tinubu was behind the killings. Some person said Muhammadu Buhari. Still have some person saying the governor of Lagos State. Now, DJ Swish came out openly to say that Nigerian soldiers shot at the protesters. Now, which one do you believe?
Okay, Mr. Abba, you ask me, as a Nigerian, and going by the tenets of the constitution, and going by the way Nigeria operates, it's possible that somebody who is not the president will abuse the power of the presidency and even instigate military to do what we saw at Lekki Toll Gate. It's possible. But I'm not looking at all those possibilities. I'm looking at what ought to be done. Because if the country has degenerated into such a state, it still speaks to the failure of leadership. You cannot tell me that as a president of the country, as the commander of the armed forces, the military personnel who are subject to your control, command and control, will go and misbehave. You are looking for who to shift the blame to. For me, Mr. President should take the blame. Wow. What stand out is they cannot deny the fact. The records are there. There was shooting at Lekki Toll Gate. The records are there. As to who ordered the military, I insist that Mr. President should take the blame, irrespective of who may have played any role. Some person may have impersonated Mr. President. Some person may have instigated the shooting. Some person may have used the privilege of closeness to the presidency to abuse the power of the presidency and instigate it. But for me, nothing is acceptable from the presidency. All I want from the presidency is an apology and own up to that big error. Because however I look at it, Mr. President still remains the commander of the armed forces. And if tomorrow you see a giant bomber come to any of Nigerian soil and bomb innocent citizens, do we start looking for who to blame? Don't we know who is the commander of the armed forces? You must get an order from the president before you deploy military to go and start shooting at any person. Let me remind you something, Mr. Mike. At the heat of crisis during Yaradua in Niger Delta, when the then president Umaru Yaradua needed to deploy military area bombardment to Niger Delta, where they bombarded Baramatu and some other places, Mr. President then had to go to National Assembly to seek the approval to deploy military air force to go and bombard those areas. There was crisis in the National Assembly against Anfor. But the point I'm trying to prove is that the purview of who deploy military, who gives order to military, is within the presidency. Is Mr. President himself. So let us stop beating around the bush. Let us blame Mr. President for this failure of leadership. It's a dereliction of duty. It's negligence on the part of Mr. President without minding word. So let us blame Mr. President and let Mr. President know that we are not happy that he have wrongly used the military against the same people who, with their task, the military is being remunerated. So for me, Mr. President should tell Nigerians, not Nigerians because it's a global thing now. Mr. President should own up that he have erred. If some person have abused their position of responsibility, then Mr. President should ensure that he make it public so that such people will be made to face the wrath of the law.
Right.
Hiding under the auspices of you don't know who went there to shoot. Governor gave an order, Mr. A gave an order. Those ones may have happened, but for me, who has a right, constitutional right, to deploy the military? Who controls the military? Who is the chief of army staff answerable to?
So
who is the chief of defense staff?
So the person should be held responsible.
Yes, who is the chief of defense staff answerable to? Who is the chief of army staff answerable to? Who is the chief of naval staff answerable to? Who is IG answerable to? Who is the headsman in the DSS answerable to? The national security adviser, who is it answerable to? Even the office of the national security adviser that oversees all the security architecture is answerable to Mr. President. So how can we be looking for who ordered the army? Mr. President ordered the army.
Right.
If you say it's not the one, let it tell us who ordered the army.
All right, thank
you
so
very much.
History will not forget the 20th of October 2020, where the government of Nigeria states murdered her citizens in cool blood. And today they are denying or trying to, absolve themselves of the complicity. You see, playing the blame game which they are familiar with, which of course they are used to. You see, in order to cover up. But I think that will not work for them at this time. Not just about the Nigerian state, the youth. It's about the international community. It's about human race. At such level of heinous atrocity and crime against humanity can never be waved away. They are doing whatever they can to cover up, and it will not all go well with them. As far as the blood of these innocent people are concerned, they have been doing that over time, over the years, and covering up. But this one is before the entire world. I wonder how they can cover up this. The army blaming the government, the state governor, and vice versa is immaterial at this time. The state governors should be able to take responsibility as the chief security of the state. By the way, he gave the executive order.
He imposed a
he imposed a coffee, and had to alter it within an interval of 2 hours, without even seeking the opinion of the masses. You see?
I know what it means when the governor imposes a coffee.
A coffee without any consideration. People are out for their work, and you just impose a coffee just immediately because you have an ulterior motive. You have something to achieve. You have a crime you want to execute, you want to cover up. Somebody also ordered the disconnection of the dismantling of the CCTV cameras, and somebody ordered the billboard. The board was off. Isn't within this interval before the army embarked on the sporadic shooting.
Would we say it was?
It is a premeditated action, and they should be able to tell us why and the reason they consider the life of Nigerian youths, valueless. I heard that about 69 of them were gunned down. You see?
I'm not sure of that.
From a source, because it was said that at the point of shooting, the army had to move most of the casualties, because there was no light to cover most of these things, and you can see the level of panic and the same to the people.
Of course, the governor said he only has records of two people dead. That's what they said.
Even though it's a single soul, the words of a human being cannot be compared with the treasures of Lagos State.
And don't let us
The
forget
person you wasted could end up becoming the president of the African Union, not just the Lagos State governor. He could end up becoming the best scientist the world never had. You see, that will, improve the lot of humanity, and you wasted him at the altar of sacrifice, and now denying it. For me, of course, the generation unborn will always and forever ask for justice, which they cannot run away from.
All right, thank you. It's been a wonderful day with our reviewers right here at Urban News Tent. Join us next time. Michael Adekunle remains my name. Of course, the man behind the camera, Festus Oluwabukumi. Joining him today, Femi Davis. That's a very good cameraman at Flip TV. Viewers, bye.